Everything works out for me. Say it right now. Everything works out for me. Feel those words in your body. Feel them in your heart. Everything works out for me. This isn't just something you say. This isn't just positive thinking or wishful hoping. This is a statement of truth about who you are and how this universe operates. Everything works out for me. And when you begin your day with this powerful affirmation, when you let gratitude flow through every cell of your being, you align yourself with a force that has been waiting your entire life to support you. You see, most people wake up and immediately start thinking about what's wrong. They think about their problems, they think about their bills, they think about what didn't work yesterday and what might not work today. And when you do that, when you start your morning in that state of lack and worry, you're setting the tone for your entire day. You're telling the universe, this is what I expect, this is what I believe, this is who I am. And the universe, in its infinite wisdom, simply responds, your wish is my command. But what if you change that? What if the first thought you had when you opened your eyes was gratitude? What if you said, thank you for this breath, thank you for this moment, thank you for the opportunity to experience another day on this beautiful planet? What if you started with, everything works out for me, instead of, I wonder what's going to go wrong today? The shift would be immediate. The shift would be profound. Because gratitude isn't just a nice feeling. Gratitude is a magnet. Gratitude is a vibrational frequency that attracts more of what you're grateful for. When you're grateful for what you have, you're telling the universe, yes, more of this, please. I'm ready to receive. I'm open to abundance. And here's what I know to be true. Here's what I've seen in my own life and in the lives of thousands of people I've worked with over the years. When you truly believe that everything works out for you, it does. When you wake up with gratitude in your heart, when you affirm that life is working in your favor, you begin to notice things you never noticed before. You begin to see opportunities that were always there but invisible to your worried mind. You begin to attract people and circumstances that support your highest good. This isn't magic. This is how consciousness works. This is how the law of attraction operates. You get what you expect. You experience what you believe. Your thoughts create your reality. And I don't mean that in some abstract, theoretical way. I mean it literally. The thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, the expectations you carry, these are the building blocks of your experience. So when you wake up and say, everything works out for me, you're not lying to yourself. You're not denying reality. You're actually stating a higher truth. You're recognizing that there's an intelligence in this universe, a power greater than your small self that wants you to succeed, that wants you to thrive, that wants you to live in joy and abundance and peace. But you have to cooperate with it. You have to align with it. You can't align with abundance while thinking thoughts of lack. You can't align with success while expecting failure. You can't align with love while holding on to resentment. The frequency you broadcast is the frequency you receive. It's really that simple. Now, I'm not saying that challenges won't come. I'm not saying that life will be perfect every single day. What I'm saying is that when you adopt this attitude of gratitude, when you truly believe that everything works out for you, you begin to see those challenges differently. You begin to see them as opportunities. You begin to see them as the universe's way of redirecting you towards something better. Think about your own life for a moment. Think about a time when something you wanted didn't work out. Maybe you didn't get the job. Maybe the relationship ended. Maybe the business failed. At the time, it felt like disaster. At the time, you might have thought, why is this happening to me? But then, months or years later, you look back and realize that if that thing had worked out, you wouldn't have found something even better. You wouldn't have met the person you're with now. You wouldn't have started the business you love. You wouldn't have moved to the city where you finally feel at home. Everything worked out for you. It just didn't look the way you thought it should at the time. And this is the key. This is what shifts everything. When you trust that everything works out for you, you stop resisting what is. You stop fighting against the flow of life. You stop trying to control every outcome, and instead you surrender to a wisdom greater than your own. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. Surrender means giving over. It means saying, I have preferences, I have desires, I have goals, but I trust that if something doesn't work out the way I planned, there's a reason. There's something better coming. There's a lesson I need to learn or a direction I need to go that I can't see from where I'm standing right now. This is spiritual maturity. This is wisdom. This is what it means to live in harmony with the way things actually work instead of how we think they should work. And gratitude is the doorway to this understanding. When you're grateful, you can't be resentful. When you're grateful, you can't be bitter. When you're grateful, you can't be stuck in the past or anxious about the future. Gratitude brings you into the present moment, and the present moment is where all your power is. Right now, in this moment, you're okay. Right now, you're breathing. Right now, you're alive. Right now, you have everything you need to take the next step. And when you live in the now with gratitude, when you affirm that everything works out for you, you tap into a source of strength and creativity and intuition that your worried mind can never access. Your worried mind is always playing defense. It's always trying to protect you from imagined disasters. It's always preparing for the worst. And when you live from that place, you're exhausted, you're anxious, you're stressed, because you're trying to control a reality that's ultimately uncontrollable. But when you live from gratitude, when you trust that everything works out for you, you're playing offense. You're moving forward with confidence. You're taking inspired action. You're saying yes to opportunities. You're willing to take risks because you know that even if things don't go exactly as planned, you'll be okay. In fact, you'll be better than okay. You'll be exactly where you need to be. This is the life that's available to you. This is the experience that's waiting for you. But you have to claim it. You have to choose it. You have to start your day with these powerful gratitude affirmations and mean them. Really mean them. So let me give you some affirmations to work with. Let me give you some statements that, when repeated with feeling and conviction, will begin to rewire your brain and shift your entire experience of life. Everything works out for me. I am grateful for all that I have and all that is coming. I trust the process of life. I am safe. I am supported. I am loved. The universe is working in my favor. I attract abundance easily and effortlessly. I am open to receiving all the good that life has to offer. I release all worry and doubt. I know that I am being guided. I know that I am being protected. I know that I am being provided for. These aren't just words. These are declarations of truth. These are statements of your intention. These are affirmations of your alignment with the source of all good. And when you start your day with these affirmations, something magical happens. You begin to notice evidence that supports them. You begin to see that, yes, things are working out for you. Yes, you are being supported. Yes, the universe is conspiring in your favor. Because here's the thing. The evidence was always there. The blessings were always present. The miracles were always happening. But when your mind was tuned to worry and lack and fear, you couldn't see them. You were focused on what was wrong. So that's all you could perceive. But when you shift your focus to gratitude, when you affirm that everything works out for you, your perception changes. You start seeing the good. You start noticing the synchronicities. You start recognizing the ways in which life is constantly supporting you, guiding you, loving you. And as you notice these things, your faith grows stronger, your trust becomes deeper, your gratitude becomes more natural and authentic. And this creates a beautiful upward spiral. The more grateful you are, the more you have to be grateful for. The more you believe everything works out for you, the more evidence you see that it does. This is how you transform your life. This is how you go from struggling to flowing. This is how you move from resistance to acceptance. This is how you shift from victim to creator, because that's what you are. You're not a victim of circumstances. You're not at the mercy of external events. You're a creator. You're a powerful being with the ability to choose your thoughts, direct your focus, and shape your experience. And it all starts with how you begin your day. It all starts with those first thoughts, those first feelings, those first affirmations. When you wake up tomorrow morning, before you check your phone, before you start thinking about your to-do list, before you start worrying about everything you have to do, take a moment, take a breath, place your hand on your heart, and say, thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this body that allows me to experience this world. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this moment. Feel the gratitude in your body. Don't just say the words. Feel them. Let them sink in. Let them fill you up. Let them overflow from your heart into every area of your life. And then say, everything works out for me. Everything always works out for me. I trust that whatever happens today is happening for my highest good. I trust that I'm being guided. I trust that I'm being supported. I trust that I'm being loved. Say it with conviction. Say it with certainty. Say it like you mean it, because you do mean it, because it's true. And then as you go through your day, come back to this affirmation. When something doesn't go as planned, say it. When you face a challenge, say it. When you start to worry, say it. Everything works out for me. This doesn't mean you become passive. This doesn't mean you stop taking action. What it means is that you take action from a place of trust instead of fear. You make decisions from a place of abundance instead of lack. You move forward with confidence instead of doubt. And here's what will happen. Here's what I've seen happen time and time again. When you live this way, when you start your day with gratitude and affirm that everything works out for you, your life begins to change. Not because the external circumstances necessarily change right away, but because you change. Your perception changes. Your energy changes. Your vibration changes. And when your vibration changes, you begin to attract different experiences. You begin to notice different opportunities. You begin to connect with different people. You begin to make different choices. And these different choices lead to different outcomes, better outcomes, outcomes that align with your highest good and your deepest desires. You see, the universe isn't punishing you. Life isn't against you. You're not unlucky. You're not cursed. You're simply experiencing the reflection of your own consciousness. You're receiving the echo of your own thoughts and beliefs. And the beautiful thing is you can change that echo. You can change that reflection. You can change your experience by changing your consciousness, by changing your thoughts, by changing your beliefs, by changing what you affirm and declare and expect. This is your power. This is your birthright. This is what you were born to understand and embody and live. So many people go through life feeling like victims. They feel like things just happen to them. They feel powerless. They feel stuck. They feel like no matter what they do, nothing changes. And I understand that feeling. I've been there. I've felt that way. But I've also learned that it's not true. It's a perspective. It's a belief. And it's a belief that can be changed. When you realize that you're not a victim, when you realize that you're actually a powerful creator, when you realize that your thoughts and beliefs and expectations are literally creating your reality, everything shifts. You go from feeling helpless to feeling empowered. You go from feeling stuck to feeling free. You go from feeling scared to feeling excited about what's possible. And gratitude is the bridge. Gratitude is what carries you from the old way of being to the new way of being. Gratitude is what shifts you from lack consciousness to abundance consciousness. Gratitude is what opens the door to a life of ease and flow and joy. When you're grateful for what you have right now in this moment, you're telling the universe, I have enough. I am enough. This is enough. And paradoxically, when you truly feel that what you have is enough, more comes. When you truly feel that you are enough, you attract more abundance, more opportunities, more love, more success. But when you're constantly focused on what you don't have, when you're constantly comparing yourself to others, when you're constantly feeling like you're behind or not good enough or missing out, you're in lack consciousness. And lack consciousness only attracts more lack. This is why gratitude is so powerful. This is why starting your day with gratitude affirmations is so transformative. It immediately shifts you out of lack and into abundance. It immediately shifts you out of fear and into love. It immediately shifts you out of resistance and into acceptance. And from that place of acceptance, from that place of gratitude, from that place of knowing that everything works out for you, miracles happen. Not because you're forcing them or manipulating reality or trying to make things happen, but because you're in alignment, you're in harmony, you're in flow. And when you're in flow, life becomes easy. Opportunities show up, doors open, people appear to help you, resources become available, ideas come to you, inspiration strikes. You feel guided, you feel supported, you feel loved. This is what's possible for you. This is what's available to you right now, not someday. Not when you achieve a certain goal, or make a certain amount of money, or lose a certain amount of weight. Right now, in this moment, as you are, because you're already enough. You're already worthy. You're already deserving of all the good that life has to offer. You always have been, you always will be. Nothing you do or don't do can change that fundamental truth about who you are. You are a divine being having a human experience. You are an expression of infinite intelligence. You are a child of the universe. You are loved beyond measure. You are supported in ways you can't even see. You are guided by a wisdom far greater than your conscious mind. And when you remember this, when you wake up each morning and connect with this truth, when you start your day with gratitude and affirmation and trust, your entire life transforms. Not overnight, not all at once, but gradually, consistently, continuously, day by day. As you practice these affirmations, as you cultivate gratitude, as you affirm that everything works out for you, you'll notice shifts, small shifts at first, a little less anxiety, a little more peace, a little more confidence, a little more joy. And then those small shifts compound, they build on each other, they create momentum, and before you know it, you're living a completely different life. Not because your circumstances have necessarily changed dramatically, but because you have changed. Your consciousness has changed. Your energy has changed. Your vibration has changed. And from that new vibration, from that new consciousness, new circumstances arise. Better circumstances. Circumstances that match your new way of being. Circumstances that reflect your gratitude and trust and faith. This is how it works. This is the process. This is the path. And it all begins with those first moments of your day. It all begins with how you choose to start. It all begins with what you decide to focus on. It all begins with the thoughts you think and the affirmations you speak and the gratitude you feel. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, remember this. Remember that you have a choice. Remember that you're not a victim of your circumstances. Remember that you're a powerful creator with the ability to shape your experience. Choose gratitude. Choose trust. Choose to believe that everything works out for you, because it does. It always has. It always will. You just have to open your eyes to see it. You just have to open your heart to receive it. You just have to open your mind to believe it. And when you do, when you truly embrace this way of living, when you start each day with these powerful gratitude affirmations, your life becomes a testament to the power of consciousness. Your life becomes proof that thoughts create reality. Your life becomes evidence that the universe is friendly and supportive and loving. You become a living example of what's possible when someone chooses to see the good, expect the best, and trust that everything is always working out for their highest good. This is your calling. This is your purpose. This is what you're here to learn and embody and share with others. So take this message to heart. Take these affirmations seriously. Take this practice of morning gratitude and make it your daily ritual. Make it your non-negotiable. Make it the foundation upon which you build your day and your life. Because when you do, when you commit to starting every day with gratitude, when you commit to affirming that everything works out for you, when you commit to trusting the process of life, you'll experience a transformation so profound that you'll wonder how you ever lived any other way. You'll look back at your old way of being, your old way of thinking, your old way of approaching life, and you'll barely recognize that person because you'll have grown so much. You'll have evolved so much. You'll have expanded so much. And that growth, that evolution, that expansion, it's what you're here for. It's what life is inviting you to experience. It's what the universe is calling you toward. So answer that call. Step into your power. Claim your birthright. Start your day with gratitude. Affirm that everything works out for you. And watch as your entire world transforms to match your new consciousness. This is the promise. This is the possibility. This is the path. And it starts right now. It starts with this moment. It starts with your decision to see things differently, to think differently, to believe differently, to live differently. You don't have to wait for circumstances to change. You don't have to wait for permission. You don't have to wait until you feel ready. You just have to start. You just have to choose. You just have to take that first step. And that first step is gratitude. That first step is affirmation. That first step is trust. Everything works out for me. Say it now. Say it again. Say it until you believe it. Say it until you feel it. Say it until it becomes your reality, because it is your reality. It's always been your reality. You just forgot for a while. You just got caught up in worry and fear and doubt. But now you're remembering. Now you're awakening. Now you're coming home to the truth of who you are and how this universe works, and that truth is simple. That truth is profound. That truth is life-changing. Everything works out for you, not sometimes, not occasionally, not just when you're lucky, always, consistently, continuously, because you're not separate from the universe. You're not separate from the source. You're not separate from the infinite intelligence that creates galaxies and orchestrates the seasons and knows exactly how many cells are in your body and exactly what you need in every moment. You're one with all of that. You're an expression of all of that. You're a manifestation of all of that. And when you remember that, when you connect with that, when you live from that knowing, everything changes. Fear dissolves, worry evaporates, doubt disappears. And in their place, you find peace. You find joy. You find confidence, you find certainty, you find knowing, you know that you're okay, you know that you're supported, you know that you're loved, you know that everything is working out for you. This knowing isn't based on external evidence. This knowing comes from within. This knowing is the quiet voice of your soul, reminding you of who you really are and why you're really here. And when you listen to that voice, when you trust that knowing, when you follow that guidance, life becomes an adventure instead of a struggle. Life becomes a gift instead of a burden. Life becomes a joy instead of a challenge. Not because challenges don't come, they do, but because you approach them differently. You see them differently. You experience them differently. You see them as opportunities for growth. You see them as invitations to trust deeper. You see them as evidence that something even better is coming. And with that perspective, with that attitude, with that level of trust, you become unstoppable. You become unshakable. You become free. Free from the need to control everything, free from the fear of things going wrong, free from the worry that you're not enough or you don't have enough or you won't get enough. You're free because you know that everything works out for you. You know that you're being taken care of. You know that the universe has your back. And from that freedom, you create your best work. You live your best life. You become your best self. This is what awaits you. This is what's calling you. This is what's possible for you. All you have to do is start your day with gratitude. All you have to do is affirm that everything works out for you. All you have to do is trust the process. Can you do that? Will you do that? Will you commit to this practice starting tomorrow morning? I hope you will. I believe you will. Because I believe in you. I believe in your potential. I believe in your power. I believe in your ability to transform your life by transforming your consciousness. You can do this. You were born to do this. This is why you're here. So start tomorrow morning. Start with gratitude. Start with affirmation. Start with trust. Say thank you for this day. Say thank you for this life. Say thank you for this opportunity to grow and learn and evolve. And then say, everything works out for me. Everything always works out for me. I trust the process. I trust the universe. I trust myself. Say it with feeling. Say it with conviction. Say it with certainty. And then go about your day knowing that it's true, knowing that you're supported, knowing that you're guided, knowing that you're loved, and watch what happens. Watch how your life begins to shift. Watch how opportunities appear. Watch how solutions present themselves. Watch how doors open that you didn't even know existed. This is the power of gratitude. This is the power of affirmation. This is the power of trust. And this power is yours. It's always been yours. You just have to claim it. You just have to use it. You just have to live from it. So start tomorrow. Start with these powerful gratitude affirmations. Start by declaring that everything works out for you. And then watch as that declaration becomes your lived reality. Watch as that affirmation becomes your experience. Watch as that trust becomes your truth. This is your invitation. This is your opportunity. This is your moment. Take it. Claim it. Live it. Everything works out for you. It always has. It always will. Now go and live like you know it.